What's up, YouTube? Stephen Worldwide. I haven't done a video in a while. I think it was a couple months. I made a kimchi video, kimchi making video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But it's been a while. It's time to do an update about my life here in Japan. Brief update. I can't believe it. I came here in the beginning of May last year. So it's been 14 months. I took 2 months off. I went back to the States before I came back here in September. But all told, it's been a year. So this is kind of a year anniversary for moving to Japan. And how do I feel about it? Well, I made a whole bunch of videos when I first came to Japan in May when I was working at a university. I think I made 15 or 20 videos around that time. But I haven't done a lot since then. I've just been really working a lot, teaching a lot at my new company. And it's great. So, about the company that I work for now, it's not easy exactly. I'm working a lot of hours. I do 10 lessons a day, 10 40-minute lessons a day. It's a lot of work, right? So, I teach one to one. I teach a lot of adults that are in the finance industry and businessmen and women. And they usually have one or two lessons with me. And then I tell them that I teach 10 every day. And they freak out. Whoa, that's a lot of lessons. It's not terrible with 40-minute lessons and you get a 5-minute break in between each one. But yeah, today I did 11. Tomorrow I'm doing 13. They're not all lessons. A couple of them are some training periods, but it's a lot of work. The good thing about it is I'm guaranteed hours. So I'm guaranteed to have teaching classes because there are some people at my company that only get paid for the lessons that they teach. And with my contract, it's a full-time contract that I make a certain amount of salary. And what I do during the day is, I get at least 10 lessons in. And if I work more, I get paid overtime for that. And the great thing about it is my office is so busy that there's always work if I want to do overtime. So I've been doing a lot of overtime. I'm supposed to teach 10 a day and then have 2 days off a week. And on my days off, I've requested to teach. And there's enough teaching that my manager just puts me on the schedule on my days off. So I take sometimes just 1 day off a week, which is fine. And a lot of the teachers have said to me, don't you get wiped out? Don't you just want to sit at home in your underwear and do nothing all day on your day off? And I said, frankly, 1 day off a week is enough for that. And I like teaching enough that it's not a big deal if I teach 6 days a week. Plus, I like the money. As I said before, Japan is really expensive. It really seems like it's much more expensive than living in South Korea. So I'm working a lot. I'm saving my money as much as I can now for whatever I choose to do in the future. So that's basically it. I'm just teaching a lot. I'm working a lot these days. I really love living in Japan. It's really great. My only knock on it is that it costs a lot of money. It's expensive. But I live in Tokyo, so Tokyo is different than the rest of Japan, I'm sure. I've only visited the rest of Japan on vacation. I've never lived there for a long time. I've only lived in Saitama and now in Tokyo for a while. When I lived in Seoul, Korea, I lived in Seoul for 9 months out of the 8 years that I lived there. And for the 9 months in Seoul, it's just like Tokyo. I blew through my money. So it's the same in a big city. And I've been thinking about it. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do after I'm done here in Tokyo or when that will be. But I've been thinking about it. It's possible that I stay in Japan but move to another city, a smaller city, because I really enjoy a smaller city. Like when I was living in Gwangju, Korea, and I'm talking about the smaller Gwangju, the Gyeonggi-do Gwangju outside of Seoul. I did really well there. Financially, I made a lot of money there. I was a big fish in a small pond as far as teaching goes, a foreigner teaching English. And it was a little bit boring, but I had a great apartment and I was so close to the bus station, the movie theater. I was close to the downtown area. I was so happy there that I stayed 4 years, 3 or 4 years. So I don't really have that here in Tokyo. As fun as it is living here in Tokyo, to be honest, it's just too many people. It's really too many people. I mean, just wherever you walk, you just have to weave in and out of people, and you're bumping shoulders, and you're getting on the subway. Yeah, you can't sit down on the trains. The train station, I mean, not the subway, not necessarily the subway, but just the trains. The trains are fantastic. It's just a lot of people. And I guess a lot of people that choose to live here in Tokyo think it's normal. But to me, it's not normal. It's not normal being packed like sardines in a train every day going to work. There's options. Maybe some people can't work at uh, their job or a company in another city but Tokyo. But luckily, with my career, I have a choice, and I can live anywhere in the world I want to, where I can get a job teaching English. So I don't need to stay in Tokyo, but I like Japan. I'm probably going to stay here. I'm definitely going to stay here until my visa is up, which is 2021. 2021? Yeah, 2021. At the end of 2020, at the end of 2021, I'll have to decide decide if I want to up my visa for another 3 or 5 years and stay in Japan, or try another country, stay in Japan, move to another city. I have all these wonderful options of what I want to do with my life, and who knows what else will change. So that's where I am now. Let's see, is there anything else I can talk about? My apartment. My apartment's fantastic. Um, my little apartment that you can see in the video I made, the amazing location right here in Gotanda in Tokyo. I'm a 3 minute walk from the train station. And then once I get on the train, the trains come so frequently on this line that I live on. It's about 3 minutes between trains. The longest wait is like 8 minutes. The shortest wait is literally 1 minute after the other train. The next train comes during rush hour. So I get on the train and I'm at Tokyo Station near where I work. I'm there in 17 minutes. So from door to door, from my apartment to my office where I work, it's like 25 minutes, which is fantastic for anybody that lives and works in Tokyo. Really lucky. The really great location. Small apartment, but it's really cozy. My friends come over and they say this is really a fun little apartment to live in. Great location. So I'm very happy about that. I got lucky with this. The lease is up on this apartment in November, but I have a 2 months notice to if I don't want to renew it. And the fee is pretty high. One of the expensive things here in Tokyo or in Japan is the fee you pay to the real estate agent to renew your apartment is equivalent to a month's pay. And where I was living in South Korea for 4 years, every year when I renewed the contract, it was like 50 or $100. I think it was $100 to renew it, just to sit in their office for a half an hour and they do a new contract. Here, it's like $700. It's crazy, but that's what it is. So I've got to decide if I want to keep this apartment or if I want to move to a different apartment. I'm gonna probably stay here and pay the money because it's such a good deal, but I would like to shop around a little bit and go into one of these agencies with a Japanese friend and talk to them about what are some other options that will come up in the next month. If nothing good comes up in a month of looking, including Craigslist, then I'm just gonna bite the bullet, and I'm just gonna pay the money and stay here. So that's that about my apartment. Oh, what else is going on? Got some trips coming up. I'm going to for Golden Week, which happened in May. That was a big 10-day holiday. I worked some of it and then I took 5 days off. I went to Hokkaido and I went to Sapporo and another city on the ocean called Otaru. And it was fantastic seeing the north side of Japan, and how different it is than living in Tokyo was fantastic. And then I'm going to the southernmost tip of Japan in October. I'll be going to Okinawa in October to see just to see that beautiful place. So I'm excited for that trip. And I already bought tickets. I already booked a trip in the wintertime. For 3 weeks, I'm going to visit my family in Florida in the USA. So that'll be nice to get away and to be in Florida for 3 weeks during the winter, from Christmas through New Year, and then my birthday is the first week of January. So hopefully the weather will be great, and it'll be nice to relax a little bit. And then I come back and I have some decisions to make about my job, because my contract is up and I have to re-sign a new contract. There's a lot of different options for contracts at my job. So yeah, that's about it. That's a quick update. I don't know how quick it was. Feels like it was 10 minutes. Maybe it's not. Let me see if I can check. Let's see what it says. Oh, it was 11 minutes. I've been talking for 11 minutes. So that's basically it for now. I'm going to make a few more videos because I got a big haul of men's fragrances and colognes, and I want to talk about this big haul that I got from the States. So I'll make a few videos that are going to be coming up after this one. But for now, here's the update. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. I'd love to answer your questions and to get some ideas of things to talk about that are interesting to you about my life here in Japan. All right, see you in the next video.